Who told you you couldn't achieve it? I think so many of us hold so many self-limiting beliefs. And this is so scary. These self-limiting beliefs, they feel like demons. Like something has such a strong hold of you that makes you think that something is not possible for you specifically. Even though there's proof that someone else has gone out there and done it. And that to me comes from the belief in possibility, or the belief in something being impossible, or the belief that you're not enough to achieve that goal. Limiting beliefs have always been really interesting to me. Like, why do we hold limiting beliefs? Why can't we just be these creatures that believe that anything is possible, that we can achieve anything? We've pushed the boundaries time and time again. Like, for example, like the first person that broke the 100-meter record, even though people said, oh, your heart would rip out your chest, but someone went out there and did it. That within itself was a physical achievement. We know that physics can have limitations, but it seems like human beings have all this potential and that we can never truly define this limitation. Because why does a mother all of a sudden have so much strength to move a car to rescue their child? Something that's so much heavier than them, 100 times heavier than them. It's absolutely mind-boggling to me that we have this much potential that just lies dormant within us until the challenge arises for us to meet the occasion. Now, I understand when there are hormones like adrenaline can give us superhuman strength at times. That still is crazy to me. That still is something that feels like it's of the supernatural, but no, it just simply comes down to human potential. The potential of the mind, the soul, the body is still a very unexplored territory. We don't know everything that's got to do with the mind, the body. We haven't figured it all out. And there's so much room to explore. There's so much room for us to achieve, to push the boundaries of human achievement. Yet we are aware of this because we watch celebrities, athletes, people in our lives achieve great things that we feel like would be impossible to us, or we feel like we can do, but we don't believe in ourselves. Why don't we believe in ourselves? That's always been a big question for me. Why believe in lack rather than believing in possibilities, believing in ability? Why would you believe that you're unable to do something rather than believing that you're able to do something? And that for me is mind-boggling, is why do we limit ourselves? I think it fundamentally comes down to our mind and body seeking a state of comfort when survival is achieved. When we feel like we have just enough, when we feel like we are just strong enough, just happy enough, that we settle at our baseline. I've seen people at the gym lift the same weight for many years. There's nothing wrong with that. I lift a similar weight to when I started. There's not a massive difference, but I have pushed myself and I've seen, whoa, I could do this weight. But it was until that I tried to do that weight and I pushed myself that I found out, whoa, I had all this strength that was lying dormant in my body. So what was holding me back was literally my mind. It's in my mind, I thought that would be impossible. And until I attempted it, then I realized, whoa, I could do this. I could really do this. And even if I can't achieve it now, doesn't mean that I can't achieve it in the future. So I believe this self-destructive version of ourselves that we create for ourselves, which is self-hatred, self-limitation, negative thought loops, negative beliefs. These are the things that seem to hold control, or like a puppet, pull our strings in our life. And a lot of times we surrender to these things. Some of us seem to fear our own potential, that we envision this greater version of ourselves, but for whatever reason, we feel scared of that version because we know that that version of us requires so much more work, that requires so much more effort, that requires so much more energy. and we crumble, we retreat. We're like, we can't do this. And in reality, you can. And we're addicted to watching people succeed, but then we're not applying it to ourselves. We don't watch ourselves succeed. We're not addicted to seeing ourselves progress. It seems like we like seeing other people progress. And nowadays, what's sold to us is that you can watch a 2-hour movie, and in that movie, this person goes from being a geek, nerd, teenager to a superhero with millions or billions, or with this superpower, and in that 1 hour they achieve this whole arc, this whole storyline, this adventure. Whereas in reality, it takes years to achieve greatness and progress. We know that, but yet we're so disillusioned, and we're so trained to think that we should get it like that. We should get it like this. Come on, get it like that. Get the £1 million now, in like a day, in like a year, in like 10 years. But sometimes things have their own course. And sometimes we can limit ourselves saying, oh, it will take this long. But actually, you can achieve in a short amount of time. For example, the physique that you want, or if you want to lose weight. You know, if we really wanted to lose weight, we see UFC fighters lose however much weight they need to lose. It could be a lot of weight in such a short amount of time, within 2 weeks, a month, for their fight, to prepare for their fight, because that is their goal. Yet the person that wanted to lose 5 kg or 2 kg or 1 kg or this much weight within a year, or within 6 months, within 2 months, is still not there, then there seems to be an issue. That sometimes we limit ourselves because we think it will take longer, but it just got to do with our work ethic, with our output. It can go both ways. We can either limit ourselves thinking, oh, you know, it should be like this, it should take this long, and then if it's taking longer, oh my God, I can't achieve this, I'm taking too long. Or we make it so complicated or difficult that we think it's going to take this long, this many years to achieve it, when you could have it within a year or within a few months. We know that success isn't linear. We know that success is exponential, and by that, there's a compounding effect that happens. As we get older, our knowledge increases. As we get older, we gain more wisdom, we gain more wealth, or we accumulate more assets. Progression is not linear, and progression is an accumulation of past efforts. And so when we limit ourselves in whatever goal that we set, or whatever vision that we have, that is us shooting ourselves in the foot. You could have had that girlfriend, but you didn't ask that girl out because you thought you weren't enough, or you weren't attractive enough, or you weren't this enough, or you weren't that enough, and you lost that opportunity because you didn't go for it. You didn't let your balls drop, as I say in this channel. You didn't let your balls drop. Let your balls drop, man. There's so much potential within you, and you know this. You know this. You've seen it within yourself. You've seen it within your dreams. You've seen it within your visions. You could do it if you put your mind to it. And I really want to let go of this past version of me that's limited in thinking, that limits myself, and I want to reach new heights. Anyways, I don't want to be on this I don't want to be on this topic for too long. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This was just me exploring how we limit ourselves, how we're scared of our own potential, how we can misjudge what it takes to achieve our goals or achieve progress in life. And there's so much that we can actually do if we set our mind to it. It's been Arkkez. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.